Hi there, my name is Giovanna Bernal. I'm a Panama attorney with more than 15 years of experience. Buying a property in Panama is getting more and more popular. It is an option for you to have a plan B, a second residency that you can come during several months of the year, or you can live here permanent. You can also put the property on Airbnb, or you can rent it for 6 months or rent it for a year, and it can be a very good source of income. And today I will be addressing some of the frequent questions we get on the video about 5 things you should know before buying a property in Panama. And if you want to watch this video, you can click in the link above. But before that, let's go. How many years Panama banks give loans for after you put 30% down payment for a house? In Panama, that will depend on your age, but in general terms, the term is going to be 20 years. It can be more, it can be less, and banks, they tend to approve mortgage to people up to 70 years old, and in some cases 80 years old. I'm double federal retired here in the USA. How difficult will it be to finance a mortgage, and which bank is expat friendly and you recommend? In this case, the difficulty will depend on your source of income, because banks will basically they will ask for your credit score if you have. Most of them will ask. They will also ask you for your source of income, and they will check your bank movements. So the most important for the bank is that you can prove a source of income, and then depending on that, they will give you a loan depending on your income. So for example, if you have an income of retirement $3,000 a month, they can say that they can give you a loan with a down payment on 30%, and they can lend you $170,000, something like that. Hi, I have a question. If my parent is a Panamanian citizen and then I become a resident under him, how can I purchase, or what are the steps? Okay, if you have a parent that is Panamanian, you don't need to apply for residency if you have valid document from your parents, because you are actually Panamanian by birth. And in order to buy property, this is open for everybody. You don't need to be a resident in Panama in order to buy. You don't need to be in Panama in order to buy property. You can give power of attorney to a third party to represent you and buy property. You might have to come in person to Panama in case you will apply for mortgage, because there are documents that might need to be filled up and signed in person before a notary public, so probably you will have to come. But in general terms, there are no restrictions for foreigners in order to buy property, but some exceptions if you buy on the Panamanian borders. Do pensionados get tax break on property taxes? This is a very good question, because actually pensionados have under a law a way to freeze the tax rate. So for example, if right now your tax rate is 0.5%, and let's say next year we have elections and there is a new law and increase the property taxes, and you ask to freeze the rate, you can keep that rate even though if it changes, because you request that as a benefit of being a pensionado. Then there is another benefit, not only for pensionados, but for when you live in your own property. for residential purposes, you can get an exemption of the first $120,000, meaning that you pay taxes above $120,000. So for instance, if your property value is $125,000, you will pay taxes on $5,000 at a rate of 0.5%. Someone told me that it was hard for foreigners to get a mortgage if they don't have Panama residency. Is this true? Well, it is definitely easier, and you will get better interest rates if you apply for residency, because for permanent residents and Panamanians there are preferential interest rates, also for pensionados when it's your main residence. So it actually is better if you apply for residency first before buying or applying for a mortgage. But in any case, the difficulty will depend on your source of income and the way that you can show the bank that you have a fixed income, like a salary through a job verification letter or an annual tax return that can show that you have a certain type of income. Hello, I'm a Panamanian citizen and I also an American, but I live and work in USA. I have good credit too. I want to know, how can I get a loan with a Panamanian bank to buy land in Boquete? I work remotely. How do I do that? Well, you can contact directly the bank from the United States. You don't have to be in Panama to do that. You can have a Zoom call, or you can contact a bank officer at some of the banks, and you can apply, fill up the documents, get the approval from the bank, and once the bank approves, you might have to come to Panama, to sign up the paperwork. And then when that's done, you can go back and you can give a power of attorney to someone that can represent you in Panama to sign the public deed of transfer. That can be an option since you work remotely and you are in the USA. Another important thing I recommend you is to make a due diligence on the property. A lawyer can help you do that, searching the property on the public registry just to make sure there are no liens or encumbrances on the property. A lawyer can also help you draft the promissory agreement when you're buying property and assist you in the process from the very beginning until the end, until the property is on your name. And also a lawyer can help you update the property at the land authority, so the property will be on your name, and also you will know how much you have to pay on property taxes. If you ever need assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. We can help you introducing a realtor that we trust, and also assist you during the whole process when acquiring a property. Finally, I would invite you to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, follow us on social media, and if you're interested in having a complimentary consultation, please click in the link below.